and no surprises.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. It's time for Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Now let's have some fun. Here is your host, Johnny Radio.
Welcome. Yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am Johnny Radio. What a big game it was last night, man.
I can't have all the sounds up, John.
It was a big game, man. I can do it. It was a big game, man. Grizzlies whooped that trick, 134-95. Basically slapped the taste out the Warriors' mouth. The place blew up. FedEx Forum, the friendly confines of FedEx Forum. Everybody was screaming, whoop that trick. Everybody out at Barbecue Fest was screaming, whoop that trick. Everybody in suburbia was screaming, whoop that trick. Even Draymond Green got up and did a little whoop that trick dance last night. Did you see that?
Why wouldn't you? It's like kind of, John.
Oh, you can't help it. Your head starts bobbing.
Well, especially when you're in Memphis. You know what I mean? Like, what's a song in New Orleans? Like, in New Orleans, what would the song be? What would the thing you would have to participate in, even if you were there as an opponent?
I don't know the name of the song, but it's like, the trumpets.
Oh, the trumpets.
You know that
Something
little
by
thing?
Louis Armstrong. Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
No. It's the one
not
where they
that
like
one?
draw. They all the little bands play that. Man, don't even worry about it, because man, I'm not the music expert.
You're not the music guy. But you can't blame Draymond for dancing to whoop that trick when he's in Memphis.
No, I can't. But I can blame Steph Curry for having basically all that rain down on him. You saw him talk about whooping that trick yesterday, didn't you? Well, he
ate his words, didn't he?
Ate his words.
Yeah. Got him.
It was awesome, and I have to say one thing. Can you believe? Do you know how close it is for the series to actually be over?
One game, in fact.
One Dylan Brooks double L in Game 4 because Dylan Brooks lost us the game in
right.
Game 4. It's a fact, Jack. And then think
look
about
it.
Ja had a head of steam. They called a right play. He got to the rack. He just couldn't make it was a very difficult layup over Klay Thompson.
Good D, though.
It was a great defense. But, man, if he can somehow make that bad boy and Dylan Brooks doesn't play in Game 4, this series is over, buddy. The Grizzlies moving on. I have a feeling, though, going out to Golden State after they got beat up like that, I think Golden State's got to be looking at themselves in the mirror and wondering to themselves, man, this Grizzlies team ain't no joke. They figured something out, and you heard Taylor Jenkins after the ball game. We deep, man. We deep. By the way, after he said we deep, he actually said as our team would say, we deep. And then he's like, oh, that just doesn't sound right. We are deep.
That's a good quote. That's a good quote. I wish I would have had that ready to go. That's a funny quote.
It was funny, wasn't it? He's just like, you know what? I don't sound.
That doesn't sound. Right.
It doesn't sound good coming out of my mouth.
I sound like I'm 100 years old
yeah.
saying that. No, that's funny. You're not wrong though that it could go either way. Honestly, another one you want to throw in there that I'm big on this one. I think is what if Steven Adams isn't out with COVID in games 1 and 2,
Ooh.
and you get him those minutes in game 1 and 2, maybe instead of figuring out he can play in games 3 and 4. I think the series is just totally different if you add that in there as well. Because last night, he had 6 offensive rebounds in the game, 15 total. No, that's not right. Is it 13 total? 6 offensive rebounds in the game, though. A huge difference maker on the glass. And that's really how you finish out defensive possessions and get extra shots on offense.
I agree with you, Mr. Basketball Savant. You are back to it. I will even say that Dylan Brooks jacking up a bunch of stupid shots still again. Didn't even cost the Grizz last night. I did appreciate the fact that he didn't play 39 minutes, only played 24.
Well, no one played many because they were up by 100.
Yeah, but he wasn't going to play much more. I mean, that little hamstring issue when he landed kind of took him out for a little bit early in the game, and it helped the Grizzlies just make they beat him by 10 in the first. They outscored him by, 17 in the second. And then in the third, it was 17-42. What a beatdown. They were up by 1 point at 55?
Yeah.
Like,
That's right.
in a professional basketball game.
I was kind of surprised how early the Warriors took their guys home, weren't you?
No.
Well, okay, let me ask you this. I asked Zach
Remember,
this
they're
question.
old, dude.
I asked Zach this question. I think this is a really good question.
We saw Joel Embiid being in the game when he shouldn't, and he got a ball to the face. You don't want Steph Curry to get injured. You don't want Clay to get injured. You don't want Dre to get injured. You don't want your people.
How about that? How about the Joel Embiid injury? We didn't talk about this yesterday. We should have.
Don't tell me what we should have talked about.
Oh, you're right. No, I'm sorry. I don't mean to tell you what we should have talked about. You're right. Totally my bad. I love this topic. I wish we would have talked about it.
There we go. Better.
Joel Embiid in the game gets hit in the face. He's clearly very passive, and he was in a lot of pain from the ball hitting his face. Smart play by Dwayne Dedmon. Not that it's a dirty play. You don't want to play dirty, but be physical with Joel Embiid because he's playing hurt.
100%.
You got to.
Dude, like, listen, sports ain't for the weak,
That's
man.
right.
Sports are not
And
for
I'm
the
not
weak.
saying you want to intentionally hurt him. I'm not saying be dirty, but if he's playing hurt,
Dude, if you
I'm just playing make basketball. I'm not going to be easy on him.
Basically, you know how Grayson Allen was being taken advantage of because he's just horrible at
They were
defense?
going after him.
Like, they just kept going right after him. You had to take him out of that game at one point, and that was a smart decision. If you got somebody and they have a hammy issue, or if they have a face issue, or if they're struggling in anything, you have to take advantage of it. It's called sports, not friends.
And it's not like he hit him. He hit the ball and it hit him in the face.
There's a winner and a loser. Do you want to be the loser?
I don't, John. I
That's
don't
right.
want to be a
So
loser.
hey, man, all things are fair in love and war and in sports.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm still 100% with you. I forgot what you said about the Grizzlies that made me think of that, but something made me think of that. At any point in the third quarter last night, were you like, man, were you comfortable where you're like, we got this? Or were you also like, man, I do not want to be a fan of the only team to ever blow a 50-point lead in a playoff game?
No, I think I was very comfortable.
Really?
Yes. Very comfortable.
Zach and I both said we were a little bit nervous.
Do you know why, though? Y'all are crazy. You know what? Y'all do mess sometimes. I don't know what's y'all's issue.
Is that right?
So here's the me and my buddies played a
empathy.
game last night. We did the Taylor Jenkins coaching challenge. Is he a good coach? Well, for every shot Desmond Bain makes, we all must take a shot. If we aren't hungover, he sucks. If we have a whale of a hangover and blackout drunk, then it's a Grizzlies win. Amen. That's the first challenge. Or you can go the other way if you feel a little bit more comfortable.
Wait, and just to be clear, this decides if Taylor Jenkins is a good coach or not.
Yeah, this is the way me
Okay.
and my friends were deciding.
Gotcha.
We texted stuff to each other about 7 o'clock yesterday, and we were like, all right, tonight we're doing the Taylor Jenkins challenge.
Okay.
And you had to pick, is it Desmond Bain after every Desmond Bain shot he makes? Are you going to take a shot? Or after every deadgum brick that Dylan Brooks throws up, take a shot? It's a good thing I went with Desmond Bain because my man just can't help but brick everything. And every turnover and every brick shot. He had 8 bricks, bro. That's right. 8 bricks.
He missed one more shot than Desmond Bain.
I don't care. He scored 12 points. Desmond Bain scored 21 points.
That's
because
right.
guess what? Dylan Brooks can't get to the free throw line.
Right.
Desmond Bain can. And Desmond Bain can make some 3-pointers instead of 1 for 4. Dylan, please. By the way, Trey J, did he not look like...
I love this being what we're talking about after the Grizzlies win.
want-
It's still about how bad Dylan Brooks was in Game 4.
I'm just... Because we could go to Golden State and close this jun out if Dylan Brooks doesn't have such a bad game.
What did you think about what Chuck said?
Chuck who?
Not Chuck. Yeah, Charles Barkley. Chuck.
Oh.
Why did I think his name wasn't Charles for a second? Anyway, what do you think about what Charles Barkley said after the game, saying that the Warriors were fine, wanted to lose this game so they could go back home and win the series at home?
I would say that Chuck says a lot of things that are absolutely crazy.
Wow, he's a lunatic is what we're
Sometimes, hey, man, he makes drinks on set, you know.
saying. Little mixy guy.
Dude, he likes to, he wants to fight the fans in the center of the court. You know, I like Chuck.
Wow. Wait, fan fight club?
Did you not hear about that?
No, I love this
Yeah.
idea, though. I'm all in for this.
He says, like, we should stop the game for 5 minutes. If there's a fan who really has an issue, go out on center court and fight that guy.
Oh, man. So, like, what you're saying with other fans, though? Not fan versus player.
No, fan versus player.
Oh, wow. This is
Because
totally
he says
different.
the players would just beat the brakes off them fans.
I almost like
Now-
like halftime entertainment. If two fans are beefing in the crowd, just come out to center court. It's like a 4-minute
Actually,
timeout.
not on court.
4-minute round.
If we have issues with fans, we
Wrestling.
should open up like in Dodger Stadium, especially when they're playing the Giants, things of that nature.
'Cause everyone
you should have a
fights.
fight club. You should just go have a ring. Fans getting beef instead of them start fighting in the stands. Be like, all right, let's go throw down. Hop in the ring.
Is it going to be boxing, like UFC, everything
You
goes?
pick
Wrestling?
the rules. You pick the rules
Wow.
before you get in.
One rule of Fight Club, John?
No speaking of Fight Club?
No rules.
Oh, I think it was something else.
No, I have a different one. John, you know what the first rule of Fight Club is?
No.
Have fun and be yourself.
You're such an idiot. What was the first rule of Fight Club?
No rules.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure, right?
I think the first rule of Fight
Don't
Club
talk
is
about Fight Club.
don't talk about Fight Club.
I'm pretty sure you're right. But I think the saying is no rules. But I think you're right. In the movie, the first rule of Fight Club was don't talk about Fight Club.
Just go to work and look all beat up, and, it'll be great. By the way, we are going to talk a lot of the Grizzlies. We have Isaac Simpson joining us today at 11:30. We're talking about that Bucks comeback. What an amazing game by Drew Holiday. Hit the defense down the stretch on Marcus Smart. I mean, Marcus Smart was drilling threes throughout that game. He was playing an amazing game. And then down the stretch, Drew Holiday not only blocked him, kept the ball in bounds, then threw the ball off Marcus Smart to get the possession back. But on the last play of the game, he goes and picks Marcus Smart's pocket.
John, sometimes I love you. Most days I love you because that's exactly what I wanted to talk about today. I created a game, John.
Okay.
It's called Drew or False.
I like the name
You
of
understand?
it.
It's like true
Yes,
or false. But
true
with
or false.
So it's a Drew Holiday-based question. You have to say Drew or false, John. Drew Holiday, top 5 defender in the league. Drew or false?
I'd say Drew.
You want to hear some stats? I also have stats here. Okay? Shooting,
One of the most underrated defensive guards in all of
and
basketball.
a great offensive player, too. He is no slouch on offense either. An unbelievable addition. Remember with the Pelicans a couple years ago? He was single-handedly carrying them in the playoffs, and now he's playing with Giannis, and Chris Middleton is out, obviously. But how about that for 3 guys to go to? Giannis, Chris Middleton, and Drew Holiday. But here's the stats here, John. On catch-and-shoot jump shots, no dribble, catch and shoot. So someone's sitting there waiting for a shot, catch and shoot. Against Drew Holiday with a contest guarding him, 4 of 25 in the playoffs, 16% people are shooting against Drew Holiday when he has a hand in their face. On three-point shots, 18 of 66, 27% people are shooting against Drew Holiday. And if you want to isolate him, John, if you want to take Drew Holiday one-on-one in this playoffs, teams are 0 of 6. Players are 0 of 6 trying to take Drew Holiday one-on-one. You can't score on him. An unbelievable perimeter defender. So you say Drew.
I say Drew because he is pretty good. And also got to say again, the Grizzlies were dominant last night. It was a whipping like I haven't seen. It was a whoop that trick moment that will go down in Grizzlies history for a long time. And if this young team who doesn't know any better can somehow go out there and take this series back, win Game 6, bring this junt back to Memphis, man, I think they're going to whip that trick and move on. I really do. You got a little whoop that trick for me?
You want to play it again?
No, you can just sometimes you can just bleed it in just because it gives everybody a little, a little good feel.
Every
of the
rejoin
day.
today. It's just that's the vibe of the day.
That's
is
the
whoop
vibe
that
of
trick.
the day. There's whoop that trick. We also got to
Not
talk
actually, just the vibe.
just the vibe. We got to talk Heat and 76ers. We have to talk Suns and Mavericks. And speaking of music, I'm giving away Who tickets. Who plays here tomorrow? You know the Who?
Who?
The Who?
Who?
Who? Who?
Who?
You. Not in FedEx Forum. But you could win tickets to the Who tomorrow at FedEx Forum. All you have to do is text your name and your, was it email address? I feel like I should have actually
why
looked
not?
at
Yeah,
this.
you text us your email address. What color are your eyes? Social security number.
Here it is. Okay, here's what the forum needs. They need you to text me to get your tickets, blah, 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 do. Make sure you get the cell phone number and let them know that tickets will be texted to them. I don't even need your email. Again, hey, I told you it was a late night. I didn't really get to prep on all the little side
No, you
business.
nailed it. You nailed it.
Nailed it. All I want you to do is text your name and your cell phone number to 901-360-8255. That's 901-360-8255. Later on in the show, I'm going to do a little random generator, and then we're going to find out, and we will notify the winner. I'll tell you on the air your name, but if you're out and about, we'll text you the tickets to the Who. They play tomorrow night at FedEx Forum.
It sounds like the perfect opportunity to use the wheel that I used for the NFL draft prospects. That sounds like a great opportunity for that, John.
Yeah, I did. I will tell you something. I read this with like one eye this morning because you know how it is when you wake up after a long night
And only
you
one
can't
eye
see.
works, that's
Yeah,
right.
if you cover up one eye, you can actually read. So yeah, that was sorry
I don't think
about
I do know about that, actually. Maybe one day when I get older.
Man, that's all I
No,
got.
I'm not saying you're old, John, but you're undoubtedly older than I am. I'm a whippersnapper.
Undoubtedly.
I'm a whippersnapper. I have no life experience, John. Would you rather be me with no life experience or you with all this wisdom?
I would rather go back and be young again.
No, but you have tons of wisdom, John. You're forgetting how much wisdom you have.
Yeah, but you know what? When you're dead, you can't take that wisdom and do anything with it.
No, but you can pass it on to your children. Your daughters probably need some of this wisdom.
Yeah, I can't go back and be young. You're right. My kids are too
I
old.
need your wisdom. The listeners need your wisdom.
They do need it. And by the way, I'm going to give them a little piece of wisdom right now, and I'm going to remind you, just like the Golden State Warriors needed protection last night and they didn't have any, don't be the person caught with no protection. Go to my buddy Bob Simpson. Go to bobsimpson.org and get a free quote. Like a good neighbor, Bob Simpson is there. He's the best State Farm agent. He is your State Farm agent. He's the guy you reach out to if you have any issues with your auto, home, life, business. If you can insure it, he can take care of you. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Let him take care of you. Stay protected with your good neighbor, Bob Simpson. Call him at 901-381-1233. Again, like a good neighbor, Bob Simpson is there. I'm in the box. By the way, Taylor Jenkins is a good coach because I was hung over this morning.
Okay, so verdict's in. This guy knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing. I mean, again,
I woke up this morning feeling rough.
Yes.
So, I mean, if I know anything, it's that Taylor Jenkins, that guy can coach,
That
man.
dude, that's what I said. I think the Taylor Jenkins, I think this should be a new game around Memphis.
I agree.
Like the Taylor Jenkins challenge. You get to pick between Desmond Bane's made shots and Dylan Brooks bricks. Which is going to get you drunker? If both of them, see, the thing is Dylan Brooks though it's the reverse thing. Here's the thing I forgot to tell you. If Desmond Bane makes a bunch of shots, you should be hungover as hell.
But if you're Dylan Brooks, you'll be sober.
If you're going with Dylan Brooks, you're praying that he doesn't shoot a lot, and then you're not hungover. So it's like a reverse psychology. Problem is either one that you took last night, you're going to wake up this morning hungover.
You took the more fun one, I think.
I think so.
Because you get to cheer positively.
I like to be positive.
Do you?
Yep.
I think so too. John, I got some questions for you. I kind of blew through a couple of them already because I just got a little bit excited, but I've still got more questions. I've always got more questions, John. And today I want to ask you, John, do you think the Grizzlies win this series after they win last night? Do you think it ends in Golden State, or do you think it goes 7? In San Francisco. I guess Golden State isn't a place. They're going to play in San Francisco.
You know how, game one here in Memphis, Grizzlies lost by that 1 point. Game two, Grizzlies came back and won that very close game. You had a very uncharacteristic butt whipping in game three. But then game five, the Grizzlies went out there and whipped that trick and beat the tar out of the Warriors. The Grizzlies would have a series lead right now, 3-2, if Desmond Bane didn't lose game four. Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still hungover.
That's right.
Or am I hungover or still a little drunk?
I think you're just excited because Taylor Jenkins is a good coach.
Yes, I am.
That's how you should word it.
But Dylan, double L Dylan, lost game four. So I feel like the Grizzlies, now that they've got everything going, Steven Adams is healthy, Desmond Bane is looking like Desmond Bane, and Trey J. Jaren Jackson Jr., do you see those threes that he was stroking? Did you see those block shots? Did you see him get into the rack? I thought Trey J looked absolutely fabulous. Tyus Jones, baby. Man, I'm telling you, Tyus 4 for 7 from downtown. The Grizzlies were just good. If they can shoot 40% from downtown, man, let me tell you something. They're going to win this series. I think if they win Game 6, if they can go out there, win Game 6, they come back, they move on to the Western Conference Finals.
I think if they turn the Warriors over 22 times again, they win that game as
well. Dude,
well,
right now, the last two games, the Warriors have been turning it over like it's going out of style.
That's going to be their problem if they have to play the Suns or the Mavs, I think. I think whoever wins Sun-Mavs...
Oh, come on, man. This is a Suns situation,
Well,
brother.
then even easier. Then I'll narrow it down to one team. That means I think they can't beat the Suns turning the ball over 17, 18 times a game. There's no way.
Nope.
And especially with Ayton on the floor, and no, not to mention Ayton on the floor, they can't even match up with Steven Adams. He gets 15 rebounds. How are you going to match up with DeAndre Ayton if you're the Warriors and win this
I'm
series?
with him. That's why I don't want to see the Warriors get beat up by the Suns. I want to see the Grizzlies and the Suns go at it. I think that'll be a lot better series.
You might be right, actually. So you don't think the Warriors can get past the Suns, or you think the Grizzlies have a better chance getting past the Suns than the Warriors do?
I do. That death lineup, that small lineup will get smoked.
Last night, John, Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks had a comeback for the century. Now, my question I was going to ask
Well, I mean, Boston just had a comeback for the century like the game before in Milwaukee.
Took the words out right out of my mouth. I was going to say that's the second comeback of the century in this series
And the
alone.
Grizzlies had a comeback of the century. They were down 25 twice, homie.
I don't know if they're going to be 3. There can only be 2.
No, then it's Grizzlies who had the comeback of the century. They were down 25 twice in one game,
But that
bruh.
was in the last. That was in round
Does it
1.
matter?
This is round 2.
You didn't specify rounds,
But
did you?
No, I didn't. But to be a comeback of the century, John, I think you get more points if you do it when it matters more in round 2. I mean, it's just math. Round 2 matters more than round 1. But what I was going to ask, John, is did Milwaukee winning on the road last night secure the series, or do the Celtics still have a chance to win this?
Man, have you seen how nasty it is when they go back to Milwaukee?
Oh, they're going to win by 100.
Dude, there's more fans outside than there are inside.
Although
That
they
place-
did just blow a lead last time, like you said, in Game 4.
Drew Holiday, Brooke Lopez, Giannis, Matthews. Wesley Matthews, by the way, is stroking too.
Oh,
over
he
the
was
corner.
knocking him down, man. Some
And-
tough jump shots he hit
and
as well.
Bobby Portis. Dude, that dude gave out effort last night. Our buddy from Arkansas, Bobby Portis, went ham last night. And to get that rebound, like, you got to box him out. You can't. And by the way, they actually ran into each other.
Yeah.
And Bobby then got it and put it back off the glass, which was awesome.
Such a tough scene.
Like,
man.
dude, by the way, going back in the locker room thinking to yourself, like, dude, why did we run into each other?
You gotta know your teammates are.
My
Same team.
goodness.
People are screaming, same team. You know?
Dude. But Bobby Portis played great. And again, let's be real. His energy, getting rebounds, second chance opportunities, that's what was one of the biggest things for me. You know, the Bucks had 49 rebounds last night. 49 rebounds. The Celtics only had 36. The cool thing is, for them,
20-second chance points versus 13 for the Celtics.
Exactly. I was going to say 17 offensive rebounds by the Bucks. That was
Versus the Celtics had 5.
and the Celtics had 5.
5. You cannot get beat with offensive. Honestly, looking through the stat sheet, I'm like, wow, it's a miracle the Celtics were even in this game to win it to begin with, because the stats.
Well, that second quarter, Milwaukee was so just bad. They
and still only lost by 9.
Milwaukee's dug themselves a huge hole, only scoring 19 in the second.
You're right. That was the difference. That was the run.
That was the run.
That was the run.
Mm-hmm.
So what about Jay? Before we go to break here, I don't really have a good way to frame this question, so I'll just ask it outright, John. What'd you think about Jason Tatum last night, hitting some crazy shots in that game? Do you think he belongs in the MVP conversation?
He hit some crazy shots, but didn't they lose? And he was still 2 of 11 from downtown. And man, you got to get the ball in your hand at the very end. You got to get it out of Marcus Smart's hand. Jason Tatum, yeah, I'm glad you had 34 points.
Well, Marcus Smart turned it over before he could get it in this.
What I'm saying, though, he just got to go out there and get that jump. I don't know, man. Jason Tatum, I think, is a very, very good player.
MVP conversation?
Nope.
Really?
No. Nope. He's very good. By the way, the Bucks are kind of like the Celtics are kind of like the Grizzlies in the fact that they're a really deep team. They got a really good defensive team. Al Horford, by the way, still playing great basketball. Marcus Smart was awesome until the final minute of that ball game. And it wasn't that Marcus Smart was necessarily bad. It's just Drew Holiday was better.
Took over the game.
Took that jump over. I think the Bucks win. This thing is going to be over. Boston, you blew a big one last night in front of your home fans. Grizzlies whooped that trick, beating the brakes off the Warriors. We got 2 basketball games tonight.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about those, John.
76ers and the Heat, 6 o'clock on ESPN. That's from Philadelphia at the Wells Fargo Center. And then you have the Suns Mavericks at 8:30 down in Dallas. Both teams, the Heat and the Suns on the road, have the opportunity to close things out as it is Game 6 tonight in the Eastern and Western Conference. Now, don't you dare touch that dial because Isaac Simpson's on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Let former Memphis Tiger Gabe Kuhn and Brett Norsworthy take you home every afternoon with Sports Time on Sports 56. Weekdays from 3 to 6 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Grapevine Liquor and Wine has the largest selection of bourbon in North Mississippi and wines from all over the world. Let Jimmy the Delta Boy help you select the perfect spirit or wine to impress. Whether you're looking for the best price or a certain flavor profile, Grapevine Liquor and Wines has it. If you want good southern treatment and the hottest prices, Grapevine Liquor and Wine, Getwell Road, South Haven.
Hotty toddy, gosh almighty, where do you get your bourbon? Flim flam, bim bam, Grapevine, by damn.
It's time to vacation at home with Family Leisure. That's right. Enjoy a vacation in your own backyard with a little help from Family Leisure. Like play gyms and trampolines, they're now $500 off. And those trampolines, by the way, they've got that mesh on the side, so trampolines are now safe and you'll be the hit of the neighborhood. They've got hot tubs in stock and ready to go, and you can get up to $1,000 off when you pick them up. All kinds of do-it-yourself pool specials, like savings of up to $1,500 on all in-stock pools when you pick it up and install them yourself. And if you're looking for patio furniture, then stop on in, because they have tons in stock and they're ready for you to pick up. So get ready for that vacation at home with the help from Family Leisure. Family Leisure's Vacation at Home sale. It's happening right now at Witten Road and I-40, where family and fun truly do come together.
Hi, folks. Bob Burkhammer for the Sunrise Truck Corral. Going to buy a truck? Sunrise has new trucks, used trucks, big trucks, little trucks, custom trucks, factory trucks, long bed trucks, short bed trucks, regular cab trucks, extended cab trucks, crew cab trucks, 4-cylinder trucks, 6-cylinder trucks, 8-cylinder trucks, 2-wheel drive trucks, 4-wheel drive trucks, all-wheel drive trucks, GMC trucks, Chevy trucks, Ford trucks, Dodge trucks, diesel trucks, SUVs, light-duty trucks, heavy-duty trucks, trucks for rich folks, trucks for poor folks, trucks for young folks, trucks for old folks. Want a truck? Go online to the Sunrise Truck Corral, the old Hummer building in Bartlett.
If you want to make money in sales, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. If you can sell, Flynn Broadcasting has a great career waiting for you. If you can sell, we have great benefits, salary, commissions, sales leads, and a great place to work. Can everyone sell? No. But if you can, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. Apply today at jobs@flinn.com. Start your career today at jobs@flynn.com. Flynn Broadcasting wants you.
Come on, let's get nuts.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Walk that trick, walk that trick, walk that trick, walk that trick.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder is in the house. We are hanging out in the Family Leisure Studios where family and fun come together. Right now, they got everything on sale, man. Just head on over there. Right now, you can get hot tubs in stock and ready to go up to $1,000 off when you pick them up. Do-it-yourself pools. Specials going on. Save up to $1,500 on all in-stock pools when you pick up the pool and install it yourself. Patio furniture's in stock and ready to pick up. Family Leisure, 2120 Witten Road, just north of I-40. Don't forget, I'm giving away Who tickets for tomorrow. All you have to do is text your name and your cell phone number to 901-360-8255. You might want to say, I want the Who tickets. You know, don't just, I guess I'll know. If you just send your name and number, I'll know you want the Who, right?
Yeah, what else? I
don't know,
they
man.
want?
It could be a hot chick who's like, I'm just trying to get, slide in your DMs, but I can't get into your DMs so I can get to you my text way.
Hot singles in your area?
Man, dude, by the way, I have a great thing. I'm going to find out if I can talk about this on the radio during the next break, but I had the most genius business plan in the history of the world.
You did.
I told it to you, didn't I?
Well, I came up with the name.
Yes, you did. What was it called?
Age
date. Try to read between the lines. It's genius. But you know what else is genius? Last night, I came up with one of the greatest games I've ever come up with called the Taylor Jenkins Challenge. Is he a good coach?
And this is how you decide.
And here's how we decide if he's a good coach. It's a very, very simple game. I think we're going to play this throughout the rest of the series. I hope I'm blackout drunk almost every time. And what I mean by that is the challenge is, and I hope you play this game at home, Taylor Jenkins. So for every shot Desmond Bain makes, everybody has to take a shot. And if you aren't hungover, then he sucks. If you have a whale of a hangover and you're blackout drunk the next day, then you know the Grizzlies won, even if you don't remember, because you're just absolutely trashed. Now, you can go on the flip side. Let's say you want to know if he's a good coach. But if you pick the wrong thing, you're the reason he's going to be hungover, and you're going to find out he's a bad coach if you're hungover. For every Dylan Brooks turnover and brick, you got to take a shot. That's the Taylor Jenkins Coaching Challenge. I hope you play it at home, but it is time to talk with my good buddy Isaac Simpson. And by the way, though, before I get over there, do you know there's a really good place to do the Taylor Jenkins Challenge? It's over at Los Cabos. They got 3 great locations: 66 Stage Road, the one down the street at 6542 Quince, 2037 Exeter Road, and one coming soon at 3964 Goodman Road. They have the best premium tequilas in Memphis. They got happy hour from 2 to 8 daily. That's happy hours. Their food is out of control. Stuffed, like you can get like a big old burrito or some fajitas. Everything is absolutely delicious. But again, I like the drinking. I like the happy hour. 2 to 8 daily at Los Cabos. Isaac Simpson, how are you today, sir?
Man, I'm doing well, especially after the event that took place last night, man. I think it's a good day for everybody here in the Bluff City. Unless you're a Warriors fan when you live here in Memphis, which way too many of those people around here, and I don't understand.
Yeah, I actually got a friend on my baseball team who was wearing his Golden State Warriors gear.
Yeah, man,
and I'm like, dude, get out of here. It was nice to watch him, though, have to eat that 39-point loss last night. Sad thing, though, is in my mind, I feel like the Grizzlies should have closed it out last night. I'm not saying that, the Ja Morant, when they were down 1 and he had his head of steam going, he had the ball. I thought he was going to get there. You have to give Klay Thompson some really mad props. The dude can't shoot right now, but he played great defense. Ja didn't score, and they didn't win that one. And then literally Game 4, I'm putting the L all over, Dillon Brooks. If he doesn't go out there and shoot the Grizzlies out of that game, they close this Jun out. My question for you is, though, can they go out to California, win that bad boy, and bring this back here for a Game 7 and move on to the next round?
Man, to kind of go back to your point that you just made, I think when you look at this series, I think clearly, to me, the Grizzlies are the better team. They might not go on to win this series, but some of the things you mentioned, like you go back to Game 1, they lose that game by 1 point. If Steven Adams wasn't in COVID protocols and he played and Taylor Jenkins started him in that game, they win Game 1. You go back to Game 4 and you see the way the Warriors played, and a lot of that had to do with the Grizzlies defense. A lot of people are not giving them credit. They're just saying the Warriors are playing bad, like it doesn't have anything to do with the Grizzlies defense. If Ja Morant plays in that game, they win Game 4. I think, and that's not even mentioning that you've had before last night a hobbled Desmond Bane with a herniated disc in his back. If those things don't happen, the Grizzlies would have closed it out last night. There would have been a 4-1 win for the Grizzlies, and you have a lot of people still around here acting like the Warriors are this far superior team, and it's just not true. But as far as going to San Francisco and winning the Game 6, I definitely think they can because I think you watch these last 2 games, even though the Grizzlies lost Game 4, that was a tough one, like you said, man. Dillon Brooks just brutal down the stretch in that game, man. Wild 3 with 14 seconds left on the shot clock, man. Really cost the team with some selfish play there down the stretch. But I think you watch that game, and I think even though they lost it, going into last night, I think one thing that's a real positive for the Grizzlies is, first off, Desmond Bane looked healthy last night.
Yes, he did.
I think that's big. And also, I think Darren has figured out now that they don't have any answer for him. I mean, he can just go to the basket and score pretty much at will, and they don't have any answer for that. And I think he has that confidence now. And I think beating this team the way that they did last night, I think that gives them a lot of confidence. I definitely think that they can go out to San Francisco and win a Game 6. And I see the line is like 8.5 right now. That's kind of head-scratching to me. I think that's too big, especially that's a big disrespect to the Grizzlies.
That's what she said.
Yeah. See what happened last night in that game. But before that game, you had Steph Curry on ESPN. They asked him what was going to be the Warriors' game plan going into the game last night. And he said the game plan was for them to whoop that trick. And I think, like Michael Jordan famously said in The Last Dance, they took that personally. And I think that's what you saw last night. I mean, they kind of, we would ask about it in the post-game press conference, and they kind of danced around. You know, they're not going to admit that anything like that motivates them, but you could tell that pissed them off, man. And they put a ASS whooping on them last night, man. And I think that's going to give them a lot of confidence going into Friday night. And if they can go to San Francisco and get a win, man, you bring this thing back here to Game 7, man, that's not going to be a roof on FedEx Forum on Monday night.
Out of the 240 minutes that have been played in this series, they've been tied for 22 minutes. The Golden State Warriors have had the lead for 58 minutes.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies have held the lead for 160 minutes. So This is definitely a very tight series. Again, I hate the fact that Game 4 actually happened. It's still, I have it just drives me banana sandwiches, but it did happen. The Grizzlies, I think they have a really good chance to actually do it. This is a young team. We're watching them learn right in front of us. We're watching Taylor Jenkins learn right in front of us. And again, we had Steven Adams, safety protocol, Desmond Bain. You mentioned all the issues. But can the Grizzlies, this is the one thing, is it the Grizzlies' defense? Or is Golden State just being so careless with the basketball? 22 turnovers, you're going to lose the game. I'm guaranteeing you that.
Well, I mean, that the turnovers is just something that's pretty much in Golden State's DNA right now. Coming into the series, that was always one of the things that I pointed to the reason why the Grizzlies could have a lot of success in this series, because Grizzlies feed off turnovers. If you turn a basketball over against this Memphis Grizzlies team, you're going to be in trouble because the way the Grizzlies win games and the reason why they struggled to do that early in the series, you had Golden State getting all these offensive rebounds. They were scoring in the paint. That's because you didn't have Steven Adams. Now that they have Steven Adams back out there, the Golden State turn the ball over. Memphis is going to get extra possession because if they have Steven Adams out there, they're going to beat you up on the offensive boards, and that's how the Grizzlies win. You might outshoot them at times, but they beat you by having extra possessions off of turnovers, getting deflections, and getting those extra opportunities from offensive rebounds. And I think that's what you're seeing. And I think if you look at the adjustments that you can make going into Game 6, I think there really aren't any tangible adjustments for the Warriors. The only thing the Warriors can hope to do is that they make a bunch of threes because they don't have the size to match up with Jared and Steven Adams. There's just really nothing they can do about it. And if the Grizzlies impose their will on them on the board and they make three-point shots like they made last night, they don't really have an answer for it. And I don't think when the Grizzlies make three-point shots, I think they might be the best team in the league. If they're knocking down threes, you're really not going to beat that team, and that's what they did last night.
They really did. They knocked down threes. Last night, there wasn't anything other than actually some of those horrible shots, especially in the second quarter that Dylan Brooks took that was driving me crazy. But, hey, it didn't even matter. They still won by 39.
Yeah, it looks a lot better when you're up 25 and he's missing those shots.
Yes, it does feel a lot better instead of up one with 53 seconds and he just jacks a three-pointer. Good gum, it makes me crazy. But, man, the Grizzlies, though, the way that they're playing, the fans last night was epic. Is that one of the best nights you've ever – I mean, we can go back to, Mark and Tony and Mike and everybody, and those were great grit and grind days. And I remember when Al Capizzi was up in there and everybody's got the towels going. Last night was just different, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's different because I feel like as great as those runs were, the grit and grind days, it was fantastic. I mean, that was the first time they had some runs there early where they went 0-12 3 straight years in the playoffs. And those runs were great, but it always felt like, I don't know if you ever felt like during that time that they could get all the way there. I mean, there was a year where caught the break with Russell Westbrook going down for the Thunder. They beat them and go to the Western Conference Finals, but then they end up getting swept. This time, I feel like the reason why it's different is because I feel like this team could legitimately win a title. Like, I really do feel like that. I know Phoenix is tough, and if they get there, I think whether it's the Grizzlies or the Warriors, it's going to be tough on either one of them. But I think that Grizzlies have the potential to be able to beat that Phoenix Suns team. Not predicting that they would, but I think they can. And those years before, nobody going into that Western Conference Finals thought the Grizzlies were really going to beat the Spurs that year. Like that, it's just a different thing this time. And so I think that makes it different. And again, man, you just kind of hate the way this series is played out because one thing, if the Grizzlies do go on to lose this series, when people look back on it on history, it's not going to be viewed and framed the way that it should be because people are just going to say, the Warriors were supposed, they were favored in the series, they were supposed to win, and they dominated, because that's kind of the theme that you're still seeing. And I hate that because if you look into it and dive deeper and pull the curtain back, it's clear to me, as I said earlier, that the Grizzlies were a better team. I think the Warriors just called a lot of breaks in this series, and I know that revisited history and woulda, coulda, shoulda if they go on to win it, man, but it's just true.
Yeah, I hate to say this. If you break somebody's elbow, it should have been a 2-game suspension because then – this would be a heck of a series right now. Looking in the Grizzlies' favor.
Hey man, I gotta give Dylan a bone though, man. I've been hard on him. Was definitely hard on him after Game 4. I really think he was selfish and cost the team the game. But his defense has been still tremendous. wasn't great, and that's kind of the thing that I said.
Wasn't great in Game 4, but he was strong last night.
Yeah, in the fourth quarter, he was getting cooked by Steph in the fourth quarter, Game 4. And that was kind of my beef with it. Not only was he costing them on the offensive end, he wasn't getting it done on the defensive end either. But last night, he looked like Dennis Dillon Brooks. I mean, he still missed some shots, but there were times where he passed up some threes that he probably would have taken if that was game 4 and took it to the basket. So he tried a little bit better last night, man. I don't have a lot of problems with his performance last night, but like you said, it does just dress it up a little bit better when you're up by 55 points. So that kind of covers that up, man. But hopefully he stays reined in and knows what his value is to this team, and that's on the defensive end and taking the basketball to the basket. Every now and then, if you get the wide open three, I don't have a problem with him taking it, but mostly take it to the basket and just go out there and play hard-nosed defense.
Beginning of the year, there was a lot of talk about Tyus Jones. Oh, the Grizzlies won't be able to keep him. Oh, man, maybe they will keep him. Oh, Tyus isn't going to go anywhere else because he knows his role here, yada, yada, yada. Amen for Tyus Jones because, again, Ja Morant, one of the best guards, period, on planet Earth. He is out. He comes in there. What about this guy going out there and be able to perform, stay calm under pressure, just bring this team together? He dropped 21 points. He had 9 dimes, 3 rebounds. He's just playing a very calm, cool, professional game of basketball out there.
Oh, man, he's been tremendous. If not for Tyus Jones, the Grizzlies wouldn't be in the position that they are right now. I mean, you
0 turnovers, by the way.
20-plus games that you missed with Ja, and the team kept rolling, and a lot of that is a testament to Tyus Jones. And he said it in the postgame last night that he just comes out and is a professional. The guys and the coaching staff just tells him to go out and be him, and that's what he does. And I mean, he's really improved his three-point shooting this year. I mean, it's invaluable. I don't even know if you can potentially put a value on what he's meant to this team this year, and that's going to be one of the big questions in the offseason. Can they hang on to him? I think
you have to.
There's different thoughts on kind of what his value will be on the open market. There's not a lot of teams that will be looking for a starting point guard that has the requisite amount of money to pay him. So you hoping if you're the Grizzlies that some team doesn't come in you never know teams like the Knicks, and they'll come in with these crazy offers, and he has a starting spot and crazy money. Like, I can't blame him for possibly taking that. But if you're still going to be a backup or the money's pretty much even, I think you stay in Memphis, because I think people talk cliche about team chemistry and culture, but with the Grizzlies, I think it's a tangible thing. And I think these guys genuinely like each other. I think they like Taylor Jenkins. They like playing for Memphis. They like everything that it means of being here. And I think that is valuable. I think Ja Morant, in his attitude, is kind of infectious, and I think these guys feed off that, and I think they love being here. And despite Memphis not being a glamour market or anything like that, I think what they built here, and to see right now that they have a legitimate chance of winning a title, if the money is even and it's not a starting job and somebody's offering some crazy amount of money, I think he ends up back here, and I'm hoping Zach Kleiman get that done, who, by the way, was named Executive of the Year. Shout out to Keaton Kleiman.
And our guy TJ got second, behind Monty, so that's also pretty good. Now, another big thing, though, is Brandon Clark. Got a text right here that says, Brandon Clark is a glue. He's what the city of Memphis represents, grit and grind. Comes in there, gives you 14 minutes. He grabbed 7 big boards, doled out a nice assist, and went 5 from 7 from the field, scoring 11 points. Brandon Clark, I think I agree. He kind of epitomizes Memphis. I think Ja Morant is so Memphis. I think this team just kind of fits. What about Brandon Clark and everything? Like, what do you think about him? And is he going to get more minutes going forward?
The previous games he had struggled for the last couple of games, but he was
awesome
in
Minnesota, though.
And I think if you go against Minnesota, he was the MVP of that series. I don't think there's any question about that. And what you love about Brandon is he doesn't try to do anything outside of himself. I mean, you know what he's going to do. He's going to come out there. He's going to hit that floater. He's going to work on the offensive board. He's going to play great help side defense, and he knows what he is. And he doesn't try to play without himself. There were times early in his career where he would try to shoot threes, and he was pretty decent from three that first year, but that shot for some reason kind of left him, and he doesn't even try to do it anymore. I mean, he's going to play within himself, and the thing about him is he's a guy that when your offense is struggling, he can come out the bench and he can pretty much get that kind of floater in the lane, create that almost anytime he wants to, and it's easy offense. There have been times, like you said, you go back to the Minnesota series where the Grizzlies offense was really bogged down, couldn't get anything to go. You bring him out there, man, he kind of get in the lane, create that floater, that little push shot, and that's what he brings. It's just toughness and a guy that's hard to deal with because you talked about Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards said it during that series that he's just the way he times his jumps is like something that you've never seen before. I mean, he's like a pogo stick. The way he gets up and off the floor, and he just beats guys for rebounds that way. It's just something that you've really never seen. He has a knack for being in the right spot and dumping at the right time, and he's extremely valuable for this team. And he's another guy, like you said, along with Tyus Jones, that you hope they're able to keep. He'll be a free agent at the end of next season, but I wouldn't mind seeing them going in, locking up, and extending him this summer because I think he's a valuable piece for this team.
Is Mike Brown still going to be coaching? Will Steve Kerr still be in the safety protocol because of the COVID situation? Because I hope Mike Brown continues to coach this Warriors team.
Yeah, I hope so. That's going to be interesting. I know Steve Kerr is probably taking everything he can, ivermectin and everything to try to get back tomorrow night because I think he knows that if they lose that game, they could be in a little bit of trouble coming back here to Memphis for Game 7 on Monday night. But I think for anybody, for the Grizzlies effort, I think you hope it's Mike Brown instead of Steve Kerr because I don't think he's done a particularly great job. I'm thinking if you're Sacramento, you're looking at this and thinking, is this the guy we hired? Because I don't think he's had a pretty good audition in these last two games.
Grizzlies Warriors tomorrow night, 9 o'clock from the Chase Center out in San Francisco. Game number 6. Mike Brown's on the sideline, and plus it's short rest. I like the Grizzlies. Isaac, I appreciate your time so much. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Get out there, party like a rock star, play ball like an all-star, and you know the rest. Be blessed, my brother.
Will do, man. Talk to you next week.
That's my guy, Isaac Simpson. Follow him on the Twitter at Isaac_Rivals. And by the way, this is very, very important because I want all my Grizz fans out there. Do you know this? Do you know who has one of the best podcasts, period, on planet Earth?
Who, John?
That would be Isaac Simpson. My man Isaac does the at Ethos Grizzlies podcast. Follow him at Ethos Grizzlies. You can go to sportsethos.com and pull that John up easy. Him and his buddy David Williams do a great job. After all the games, they break out their podcast. He is a baller shot caller. And again, don't forget to follow Isaac at Isaac_Rivals. And also, he works for the TigerSportsReport.com. We'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Get your afternoon started with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sang and Sports 56 Grind Time. Weekdays from 1 to 3 on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
What's wrong, darling?
Work.
I thought you loved your job.
I do, but the boss put me in charge of his corporate luncheon. His bosses are coming. So now I got to figure out something about food.
Hey, have you called Charlie Robertson at Three Little Pigs?
I haven't, but that's a great idea.
That shoulder pack that we got for Mom and Dad's anniversary was killer, honey.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a half gallon of coleslaw, half gallon of cooked beans, and all the trimmings with the 24 buns and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's good stuff.
You remember we took the kids there and we had so much fun, and the kids love the ribs and they don't even like ribs.
Oh, that catfish. Oh, yeah. 3 Little Pigs. And I got all stressed out for nothing.
Three Little Pigs at the corner of White Station and Quince. A slow-cooked pork shoulder you can have on a sandwich, or you can even have it catered. Plus delicious grain-fed catfish that melts in your mouth. Three Little Pigs Country Breakfast. All the trimmings will get you ready for any day. Three Little Pigs Barbecue, where we serve no swine before it's time. 901-685-7094.
Hey, I got one of my best customers, Mark, here.
Hey, Montana.
Hey, Mark, tell Sports 56 fans the deal of the century that I gave you at Sleep Cheap.
Yeah, I just bought the whole family some new mattresses. Our backs thank you. These are professional people to work with, good quality mattresses and box springs, and they under-promised and over-delivered. We got the Sports 56 deal, the hybrid mattress and box springs regularly $1,000 for $599, and the wife and I got the king-size mattress normally $1,500 for $999.
Mark, it was a pleasure working with you. Glad you and your family are happy with the quality of our memory foam. Now I'm extending this manager's suite deal to my fellow Sports 56 fans. Check out our 3 locations, 6330 Winchester, Memphis, 1069 Goodman Road in Horn Lake, and West Memphis, 1701 North Missouri Street. Also wanted to let you know Sleep Cheap mattress sets starting at $199 to $4,000. We have twin XLs, queen, king, California king, we got it all. And again, guys, take advantage of this sweet Sports 56 hybrid mattress queen box deal. Normally $1,000, we got it for $599. We also have the king, normally $1,500, selling for $999. See y'all at Sleep Cheap.
Hi, this is John Conway with Conway Services. When was the last time you had your heating system cleaned? How about a safety inspection? Right now, Conway Service is offering our 16-point Energy Saver Super Tune-Up on your heating system for only $69. That's right, for only $69, we'll come out and perform our 16-point energy-saving Super Tune-Up on your heating system. We'll also include a complete safety inspection using our state-of-the-art camera system, making sure your heating system is safe to operate this winter. Plus, we'll run a carbon monoxide test on your heating system, all for only $69. You can have the peace of mind knowing your heating system is safe and ready for those cold winter nights. So call Conway Services, the Mid-South's premier heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric service company at 384-3511. That's 384-3511. Call this week and we'll perform your heating system tune-up for only $57.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
If you want to make money in sales, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. If you can sell, Flynn Broadcasting has a great career waiting for you. If you can sell, we have great benefits, salary, commissions, sales leads, and a great place to work. Can everyone sell? No. But if you can, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. Apply today at jobs@flinn.com. Start your career today at jobs@flynn.com. Flynn Broadcasting wants you.
The only power source capable of generating 1.21 gigawatts of electricity is a bolt of lightning.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
John, what is Two Shakes of a Lamb's Tail?
It's from Pulp Fiction, buddy.
Oh, and it happens fast, right? A lamb's tail shakes quickly.
Yeah, dog. It shakes very quickly. And by the way, it's weird that you asked me what that. I don't know. Did you ask me that because you know the answer to this? What started 28 years ago today? When did this? What happened 28 years ago today?
Pulp Fiction came out.
Did you know that?
I think I heard earlier this week that it came out this week. I didn't know it was today.
It's today.
But you did a great job of setting it up where I could easily get the answer.
Yes,
that's on you, John.
That's how I roll, by the way. But yes,
good teammate.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. It's a beautiful day in the Mid-South. You got Barbecue Fest going on this weekend. You got the Who coming in to FedEx Forum tomorrow. Who are you? Who?
You know another way to play?
I'm giving away tickets, by the way. All you have to do is text 901-360-8255. Just send me your name and your number. Bing, bang, boom. Somebody's going to win 2 tickets tomorrow night to see the Who. Plus, we got Pause for a Cause at Saddle Creek from 10 a.m. to 3 o'clock. Bring your dogs out. It's for a great cause. I'll be out there from 2 to 3 on Saturday. Also, got my daughter's graduation. All the kids at Houston will be graduating high school on Friday. So, big weekend in the Mid-South. But you know what's nothing bigger than what's happening Saturday night. Grizzlies, game number 6 in San Francisco. It's a 9 o'clock tip. Can the Grizzlies go out there and beat the brakes off the Golden State Warriors? I say they're going to go out there and whoop that trick. Now, if you're a little bit hungry.
Like the song.
Just like the song, man. Just like Al Capone said.
Did you just think of that, John?
I did. I don't know. I'm pretty good at these things.
That might catch on.
It might. I hope it does. But I will say I'm fired up about that. But you know what I'm really fired up about? The fact that I live in Memphis, and yes, it's Memphis in May is awesome. But 12 months out of the year, no matter what day it is, I get to go to Central Barbecue anytime I want. There's 4 great locations. You got downtown Central, Summer, the new one on Poplar. Bam! Smoke is their sauce. And, man, their sauce is good. Their ribs are out of control. Their pulled pork is just tender, delicious. Their coleslaw is out of, so yummy. They got turkey and pulled chicken. Their chicken wings, sausage, cheese plates, barbecue nachos, chicken nachos, turkey nachos. They also have great mac and cheese, turnip greens, barbecue beans, Central Barbecue. It's simply the best. Also, go to eatcbq.com. And you can ship that barbecue anywhere in the world. That's exactly right. You want to rub it in somebody's face? After the Grizzlies beat up on somebody, let's adopt a family out in San Francisco, and let's just send them some of our barbecue pulled pork to show them a little bit of love after the Grizzlies whoop that trick again on Friday night. On the other side, we're going to Hardwood, where it just feels so deadgum good Plus, we got a few baseball notes. We're going to talk about the basketball games tonight.
The Cardinals play today. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, that's all right. Cardinals do play today. We do have a little day baseball we got to talk about. Heat 76ers tonight as well. Suns Mavericks at 8:30. Big game, man. It was a big game last night, man. We'll be back on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
You make the change. You rearrange me till I'm sane.
Is your bank standing in the way of you and your sportsbook? Try Action 24/7. We're cutting out the middleman. Deposit or withdrawal in cash. No more bank delays or failures. Action 24/7 has more than 100 partners in Tennessee for cash deposits and withdrawals. Visit action247.com for a location. Cash deposits and withdrawals from your Tennessee sportsbook. Action247.com. You got action.
Must be 21 or older and in Tennessee. For problem gambling support, call 800-889-9789.
Welcome to Triumph Auto Sales, where you'll have a great car buying experience. Triumph Auto Sales is your #1 source of quality pre-owned vehicles ranging from lease returns to new car trades, all at huge savings. Plus, Triumph has a full array of financing options to meet your needs. Find your next car online at triumphautosales.com or stop in today at 4875 Elmore Road. Triumph Auto Sales will help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need and the service you deserve. For a great car and a great experience from a local and family-owned business, visit Triumph Auto Sales.
Brian Elders Roofing Solutions.
If you have damage to your home and have your insurance carrier involved, you need a great contractor. You also need a team that has seen claims of all shapes and sizes, residential or commercial. After our inspection, we'll share our findings and give you our professional opinion. Some people say you get what you pay for. However, our opinion is free. Trust the name you can depend on, like the tens of thousands of families Brian and I have served over the past 20 years here in the Mid-South. Brian Elder Roofing. We'll measure your roof from outer space and share our team's experience for your property and claim. Repaired roofs, replacement roofs, big roofs, tiny roofs, insurance roofs, flat roofs, TPO roofs, asphalt roofs, tile roofs, slate roofs, metal roofs. If your roof needs some love, call me. 901-867-0303 for Brian Elder Roofing and Contracting.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elders Roofing Solutions.
Grapevine Liquor and Wine has the largest selection of bourbon in North Mississippi and wines from all over the world. Let Jimmy the Delta Boy help you select the perfect spirit or wine to impress. Whether you're looking for the best price or a certain flavor profile, Grapevine Liquor and Wines has it. If you want good southern treatment and the hottest prices, Grapevine Liquor and Wine, Getwell Road, South Haven.
Hotty toddy, gosh almighty, where do you get your bourbon? Flim flam, bim bam, Grapevine, by damn.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
So you need to sell your house? I have the solution. Call 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Any house, any area, as is. It's literally as simple as that. Just pick up your phone. Call 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your house fast, call Bill at 901-406-1101. That's Bill at I Buy Houses.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
I forgot. We're supposed to play Whoop That Trick.
That's right, dog. We whooping that trick. It's a beautiful Thursday in the Mid-South. Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. Grizzlies blasted the Golden State Warriors last night.
Gross.
It was a beatdown of epic proportion. Man, it was huge. It was huge.
It was a big game, man.
It was a big
That
game.
was the first time I ever
man.
tried to do that voice.
Hey, try it again. Let's see if you
It
can
was
do
a
it.
big game.
It was a
man.
big game, man.
I can't do it very well, I don't think.
Desmond Bain's insane, man.
So the key is to find things that rhyme. Then.
Yeah, dude.
John.
And say it like Memphians.
John, you talked about baseball, some wild baseball stuff happening today. First of all, the Orioles are not going to sweep the Cardinals. I've changed my tune on the Orioles. But yesterday, John, the Marlins beat the D-backs, who we both said the D-backs are sneaky good, kind of. Sandy hit the over 5.5. They were winning after 5 innings, John. They won the game 11-3. So my game here, John, we played Drew or False earlier. This game is called Marlin or Marl Out. Are you Marlin or Marl Out on the Marlins?
Ooh, today? I'm Marlin on the Marlins being a good team. They beat the Diamondbacks, like what you said. Was it 11-3 yesterday?
11-3,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was a nice slap to the face.
They got the Brewers series starting tomorrow. The Brewers are sneaky good. Not even sneaky good. They're just good. 20-12.
I'm gonna mar in.
You're Marlin.
I'm Marin.
Yeah, I love that we're Marlin here. Good, John. Anyway, back to what you were talking about.
Oh, yes. Back to Little Sports 56 Happy Hour again. I am your good buddy, Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's with me. Thank you so much, Isaac Simpson, who joined us on the other side. We've been talking Grizzlies all day long. Dang, man.
Except for right there where we were talking about the Marlins.
Toast. Oh, I love this.
John, you're giving away Who tickets today, too. Don't forget.
Who are you? Yes, I am. By the way, in fact, I'm going to do this probably about 12:30 today.
12:30?
Yeah, so get your name and your cell phone number to 901-360-8255. That's the AutoZone text and listener line. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
If you like the Who, they're going to be here.
Come on, sing me some Who songs.
I'm
just kidding. You
We won't get fooled again.
That's actually
Won't
pretty
get
good.
fooled again.
That was pretty good for you,
Thank
man.
you.
I'm kind of proud of you. I got to give you a
I
little
was
bit
trying
of
to
love.
sing Baba O'Reilly, but that's a hard one to sing because there's so much musical aspect to it.
There is. And plus, let's just be honest. A lot of people, this is kind of weird. Did you know that people always tell me that he has a better voice than me?
Who does?
All kinds of people.
Wait, the guy from the Who?
No, dude. Like, I get texts, like he's an idiot, but he does have a good voice.
Oh, about me.
Yeah. They're like,
I guess
if
that's
he
nice.
doesn't have any hair, at least he has a really nice voice.
That's right. It's at least one positive to look at. It's a fact.
So I'm always out there trying to give the positive. And I do have to say, we're going to go to Hardwood. We're going to have a little bit of fun. But I have to tell you, how do we get Hardwood? We get Hardwood from Mid-South Neuropathy and Wellness Center. It's at 5118 Park. Go see Dr. Starr. Go see Quentin. We call him Q. Call lovely Pam and set up an appointment. 901-495-2320. That's 901-495-2320. Mention the Mom VIP special. It's a Mother's Day thing. This is pretty much the last day you can actually mention this bad boy. Ladies, you'll go in there, get a complimentary evaluation and a stress-relieving adjustment absolutely free. That's what Dr. Starr's doing out there for all the moms out there. Again, they're at 5118 Park Avenue. That's at the offices at Eastgate. Right there over there at Park, in between, White Station and Mendenhall or Mount Moriah, whatever they change. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Starr, by the way, I go see him. I'm going to see him today. I got to get an adjustment, and I got to get cracked, and I got to get on the spinal decompression table. I need to get on the shaker and get the toxins out because I'm going to be Barbecue Fest tonight, and I'm going to get a little bit full, we'll say. I ain't talking about eating all that pork. I'm talking about full on that Tito's, man. But Dr. Starr can take care of you if you have anything with TMJ, if your neck hurts, if you have scoliosis, if you have neuropathy, if you have any problems with your back, your shoulder, your neck, anything like that. Let him change your life. If you're having sleepless nights, let him give you an adjustment and find out what good sleep is again. It's Dr. Starr over at Mid-South Neuropathy and Wellness Center, 5118 Park Avenue. He gives you Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
That was good, John. That gum.
Man, do you know who Paige Spreenak is?
No idea who Paige Spreenak.
You don't? That's
That's a funny name, though.
The best looking woman in all of the world.
Wow. Do you have a top 5 power rankings?
I have her as just number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 because she also plays golf.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she is so good. Dude, put it this way. She has 1.3 million followers on TikTok, 500,000 followers on Twitter, 271,000 followers on some other thing that I've never even heard of.
Wait, say what it is.
3.3 million on Instagram.
Wait, what was the social network that you've never heard of?
It wasn't OnlyFans, I can promise you that. I've already, what is it called?
I don't know, I'm asking.
I moved it, man. Okay, listen, I'm fast with my fingers.
All right.
So she's got, like
Do
I
the
said,
ladies like it that you're fast with your fingers?
3.3 million Instagram followers. This woman knows a little bit about social media. And again, she is, I think, the best looking woman in golf history. Period. End of discussion. Well, she came out with the worst people on social media. And she knows a little bit about something on social media.
Because she's got lots of followers.
Because, again, she's got 3.3 million followers on Instagram.
That's right.
1.3 on the YouTube. And TikTok, 500,000. I mean, she's balling, shot calling. Well, she came out with her top 3. The worst 3, basically, she ranked the worst pro athletes on social media.
Like bad as in what they're just not good at it, or
I'll just explain.
Okay.
Her number 1. We start number 1.
I thought we just start at the bottom.
No. Today's a day that we start on top, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the Grizzlies topped the Warriors big time by 39 points, man. It was a big game, man. But Paige Spreenak says the worst family of social media in the history of the world. She said the history of the world. Take a wild guess.
Kardashians.
No, dude, it's sports related, dude. This is a sports talk show.
They're first of all, this segment we talk way more about the Kardashians than anyone else.
You're right.
And number 2, they also have their foot firmly in the sports door.
Yeah,
with
Devin
Tristan
Booker
and Devin Booker and
Lamar Odom.
famously, it's their fault. Ben Simmons is bad now.
Ben Simmons, yeah, his career was ruined by
the Kardashians. Anyway, but
and by the way, who's the guy that nobody remember? Chris Humphries.
Chris Humphries, who was married. Reggie Bush had a famous relationship.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Reggie Bush.
Yeah. Anyway, so who's the number 1 family? That was fun. Anyway,
that was great. The worst family, the number 1 worst family of social media.
According to
Paige Spreenak, who knows a thing or two. Knows a lot, okay? I have mad respect for her.
The Mannings.
No, it's the Mahomes, you moron.
Oh, because of Jackson. That's a good one.
Mahomes.
That's a good one.
You got Patrick, who doesn't really get on social media except for to say cheesy things like put a Ferrari and a picture. This is for you, my little hottie. And then you have Jackson dancing on
he carries the torch for him.
Dude, and then don't forget Brittany Matthews. Well, now it's Brittany Mahomes.
Is she on social media?
Yes, dude. She's the one who sprayed on her social media that she was spraying on all the fans down below.
Gross.
I mean champagne, that is. But yes, just champagne. Leave it at that there.
She doesn't have a penis.
So they are the number 1. Well, she would. Never mind. I'm not even going to get in this conversation with you. Number 1, they are the worst family of social media, and I agree. Number 2, I don't know if I agree.
Okay.
But she does say that he is the most corny person on social media.
Oh, Russell Wilson.
Dude, I would throw him up there. But Tom Brady.
Oh, yeah.
She's got the GOAT is the second worst on social media.
I saw a quote yesterday that said, why would they give $375 million to a guy that has never said anything interesting ever?
Ever.
Tom Brady. I'm with it. I like number 2. Who's number 3?
Number 3, I think it's very easy. He had some issues with Charles Barkley, Chuck, as you call it.
Wow.
We went after him right after the Nets series loss.
Why?
If you'll remember in just a minute when I tell you who it is, he also famously likes to have 2 women. Doesn't tell them, but he'll go on a date and have 2 women meet him at the restaurant.
Oh, it's not Chuck.
And which one he likes.
It's Kevin Durant.
It is Kevin Durant.
Is the 3rd worst on social media.
Kevin Durant is the 3rd worst on social media. Also because he has 7 burner accounts.
Yeah, at least.
He gets in fights with fans about how great he is. So I almost would have had Tom Brady and Kevin Durant switched. because of the burner accounts.
Right.
But I do understand how kind of corny does rise to the top.
A little aside before you go to number 4, John.
She just had 3 ranks.
Oh, just had 3.
Yeah, just 3, my man.
A little aside about Kevin Durant then, just by itself, is people on Twitter have started making burner accounts pretending to be Kevin Durant burner accounts. So there's a bunch of comments within tweet threads that's like, Kevin is doing everything he can for this team. Honestly, he doesn't get enough credit. And the account's name is like KD Burn 8427. It's obviously not Kevin Durant, but it's just someone pretending to be Kevin Durant, pretending to be Kevin Durant.
That is absolutely wonderful.
We should start doing that.
I think, man, I don't know if you noticed.
So H-Date and that are 2 business ideas.
I'm kind of a busy person.
Yeah.
I don't think I can put anything else on my plate. You got it.
John, I got a story for you before you go to
ahead.
another one here. John, do you want to live in Thailand?
Sure.
Because in Thailand, they're giving away 1 million free cannabis plants to households, the Taiwanese minister says.
What?
How about that? This is according to CNN, so a reputable source, I guess depending on your political affiliation, if you believe it's reputable. But the Thai government will distribute 1 million free cannabis plants to households across the nation in June to mark a new rule allowing people to grow cannabis in the home. How about that, John?
Honestly, government, dude, I had to say something.
I would like that. Instead of making cannabis legal, allow people to grow it in their own homes. I like that.
I have to say one thing. My hand is up. I don't know why, but it is up because I'm very disappointed in our government.
For not doing that?
This is something that would give like old people and young people something to bond over. You can grow the plant. You can love on it, nurture it. It'll be perfect. I mean, could you imagine going to Dan West and getting you a big old juicy marijuana plant? But in Thailand, you don't even have to go to Dan West because they're just going to give it to you. I mean,
what is Dan West, John? Tell me about it.
I don't know if you know, but Dan West is a garden center. They got blooming annuals, perennials, trees, and shrubs everywhere. It's important to keep your yard and garden looking beautiful, and Dan West has a very knowledgeable staff to help you with your landscaping needs, maybe your grass care. It's a garden center. Create your dream garden. Go to Dan West. They have beautiful flowers from perennials to blooming annuals. Garden lovers, they even have heirloom tomatoes, a wide selection of herbs. You name it, Dan West has it. With over 100 years of experience, Dan West enjoys sharing his gardening tips and talking to you about how to take your garden and growing needs to the next level. Dan West with 2 locations, 12061 Highway 64 in Eads and 4763 Poplar. They're open 7 days a week for your convenience, so make gardening fun and easy at Dan West Gardening Center.
John, but this story is actually very interesting about the plants in Thailand.
I'm very disappointed, by the way.
Yeah, but listen to this.
Did you know it used to be illegal to smoke weed in Thailand?
Right, but that's actually perfect segue. It has to do with this part of this story I'm reading. It says, the plants, first of all, will have to be of medical grade and used exclusively for medicinal purposes. Additionally, cannabis cannot be used for commercial purposes without further license. The move is the latest step of Thailand's plan to promote cannabis as a cash crop. Great plan. It's like tobacco. Cannabis is the new tobacco, John.
If we were growing weed, by the way, imagine how much money Arkansas and Mississippi and Tennessee could make growing the good old herbs.
Especially hadn't cotton been taken over by China too, the cotton industry?
Probably.
So it'd be a great...
I really don't know the answer.
Neither do I. Yeah, maybe I'm over my head, but it would be a great replacement, it seems like. Make some money, cash crop. Pot, John. Do it before too many countries like Thailand get on it.
Smoke it, fire it up, and come along and take a hit from my bone.
Is that a song?
Yeah, it is, man. Now, do you remember when I talked about soccer star Marcelo? My man
Marcelo Ozuna?
No, not
Marcelo Ozuna.
I'm talking about the ex-Lion defender who got kicked off. Savage, like it was savage. Like the Frenchman was demoted from the team, and they literally released a statement that he was being released because of his constant farting, how stinky his flagellance was, and how he just always laughed about it. And he was going by and doing drive-bys, or what do you call it, crop dusting?
Crop dust.
He was crop dusting the team. He was doing drive-bys. See, in Memphis, I think we say drive-bys.
I always
Out
say
in
crop
suburbia,
dust.
They say crop dusting.
First of all, that's lion, L-Y-O-N, not L-I-O-N, not like the lion, like lion, the soccer team. O-L.
What did I say?
You said it right, but when you say lion, right, there's 2 ways to spell it. L-I-O-N, which is like the big cat with the mane. But lion, the soccer team, is L-Y-O-N.
Correct, it is.
The more you know.
The more you know, the better you are. Well, guess who is now trying to capitalize on my man's stinky farts.
Ew.
Dude wipes. I've never heard of dude wipes.
Oh, dude wipes are great, John. Oh, this is not an ad, John, but I will sell some dude wipes here, okay? Dude wipes are wet pieces of cloth, like toilet tissue kind of thing, that come in a little like pouch, and you put them on your toilet, and when you go to wipe, you know, John, sometimes when you go to wipe with a toilet tissue, it's dry, right? So maybe you leave it a little bit behind. But if you had a little wet wipe there to wipe with, it really soaks up all of the spare duty particles, and it gives you a little moisture to wipe with, and it goes in the toilet just like toilet paper, so you do a little wipe, put in the toilet paper, then you go back to your dry wipe to dry it off, and you really clean your bum much more efficiently that way. Dude wipes are a great tool to use.
They also have not only just the wipes, they have sprays, and they also have things for your nostrils.
For your nostrils?
Yeah. That's what I'm reading the article.
Wow.
Okay?
The sprays, though, John, have you ever heard of Poo-Pourri?
I've heard of potpourri.
Poo-Pourri is a little, because potpourri is something you put in a little bowl, it smells nice, right?
Yeah.
Poo-Pourri comes in a little bottle, and you spray it after you take a dump, and it makes the toilet and the bathroom smell nice. It's called Poo-Pourri.
Poo-Pourri.
I know a lot of girls I went to college with really enjoyed Poo-Pourri. I think my mom used to have a bunch of Poo-Pourri around the house.
Yeah, probably for you.
Yeah, no, I make stinky
yeah.
dumps.
By the way, Stinky Man, Greg Norman, I can't even.
The Stinky Shark is what they call him.
The Stanky Shark needs to shut up. Like, there's at a point where you need to start saying, no more questions, or I'm sorry, I don't feel comfortable answering that.
I decline to answer because it might incriminate me further.
So have you heard about what Greg Norman, he's got a whole bunch of stuff. I'm sorry, the text that just came in on the AutoZone text.
Read it.
I feel like this. How do blind people know when to stop wiping?
Wow, that's a great question.
That is
actually.
that's taking me down a mental rabbit hole.
I think you have a feel.
Let's just,
wait, now you're outing yourself for looking at the toilet tissue to see how much poop is on it.
Let's move on to Greg Norman. This is just something to contemplate. It'll make your head spin. Whew.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but I will.
Oh, maybe they sniff it and
No.
Put it real close to the nose. No, that smells like duty. Let me go again. Anyway, John, back to Greg Norman.
Greg Norman, by the way. You've heard a lot of stuff. People talk about the Saudi golf. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm still thinking about poop, but yeah, no, I've heard a lot of people talk about Saudi golf.
A lot of people are talking about this.
It's a new league that is said to rival the PGA Tour, as they say.
Well, Greg Norman, do you want to hear? Do you want to hear what he said when asked? He was asked a question. He met with reporters and media people this week.
And they asked him some questions.
The Washington Post journalist asked him. Because, Jamal Khashoggi worked for the Washington Post.
Of course.
And he was murdered
He
was murdered by the Saudi government.
Really?
Oh, no joke.
I had no idea.
So he was asked this, and he says, everybody's owned up to it, right? It's been spoken about. From what I read, from what guys were reporting, take ownership, no matter what it is. Look, we've all made mistakes, and you just want to learn from those mistakes and how you can correct them going forward. This whole thing about Saudi Arabia and Khashoggi and human rights talk, well, it's just talk. But also talk about the good the country's doing and the challenge and the change of their culture and what they're doing for pro golf. Hold up. This is not... They murdered him. We learn from our mistakes.
But they make a hell of a golf league, John.
Dude,
So you have to judge things differently.
Okay.
Murder, obviously terrible, very bad.
Very, very
but
bad.
Their golf league is really good, John. And so how do you weigh
we don't
that
know.
against?
It hadn't opened yet.
But how do you weigh that against murdering people? You know.
Well, that's
I
what
like
Greg
golf.
Norman. I like Greg Norman.
You might not like golf as much as me.
I don't.
I might, So you just have to weigh it yourself.
I have to say, I think that's one of the worst that's one of the worst answers that I have heard in a long time.
Not a good answer.
I mean, look, we've owned up to it. Everybody makes mistakes.
Well, he didn't murder anybody.
Oh, he didn't.
He's in bed with people.
Hey, do me a favor. Talk about the good the country's doing.
John, talk about this golf. Talk about how good this golf league is.
Talk about this golf league.
Exactly.
I mean, come on, listen.
Why are you talking about murder, John? People die every day. Sometimes at the hands of a gun, sometimes at the hands of a sword, sometimes of natural causes.
Sometimes. Did you hear about the guy? This is, I feel bad talking about murder, but the Grizzlies did murder the Golden State Warriors last night.
Great segue. Heck of a segue.
Really, really did.
Heck of a segue.
So, did you hear about the, have I ever told you, karma's an itch? Did you know that?
Yeah, it's a B word.
Do you know that there was a man who, an older gentleman, he was dating this lady and he didn't want to give her half. So sadly, he murdered his girlfriend. He went in the backyard. He dug a hole.
Oh wait, I told this story.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like, if we're going to speak about
Talk
that.
about murdering people.
Like,
this guy
he died on top of her because he had a heart attack while trying to put the dirt back on her.
While digging a grave in his own backyard, he died of a heart attack. Karma, like you said, is a B word. Sometimes.
Yeah, I think that's actually some good karma though in the world. By the way, Nikola Jokic, did you see him? Did you see him get the 21-22 NBA MVP award?
I did. Have we talked about that? I don't
No,
think we had.
we
No,
have
I
not.
have seen him get it, John. Oh yes, I did because I asked you who would you give it to, and you said Embiid.
Yes, but do you know
So
where he
would I.
was? He's 6'11". Do you know what he was doing?
He was at a club.
He was on a horse, man.
That's a big horse, man.
That was a big horse, dude. He's 6'11". He's a monster of a man. And he's out there, like, riding horses in Serbia. What is he, in Serbia? Where's
Probably.
he at?
I don't know where he's at.
His home country. And it doesn't even say. It just says he's outside of his home country with his horses, and he just got the MVP award. Must be nice,
He's
Jokic.
Serbian, though, I think. But you know, John, who else likes riding horses?
Who?
A big guy, Darko Milicic. That's what he does with his spare time now, is rides giant horses. I believe he's
Darko,
also
who was
Serbian.
taken number 2 by Detroit?
Yeah, I believe he's also Serbian too, isn't he? No, he's from Serbia and Yugoslavia. Former Yugoslavia, right? It's not Yugoslavia anymore.
Donnie Darko.
I don't know a lot about geography. John, I think it's time for a break.
Well, we're going to take a break, but I want to make sure that everybody looks good this weekend because, again, it's Memphis in May. You want to style and profile. We got graduations Friday and graduation parties to go to. We got a lot of stuff to do. So look good. Go to Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. They're going to take care of all your needs. They have you covered from all the spring fashions, shorts, jeans, skirts. They got a ladies' boutique, a kids' department, the largest boot showroom on planet Earth. They're open 9 to 7 Monday through Saturday and 1 to 6 on Sunday. You can shop 24/7, 365 at FrontierWesternStore.com. Frontier Western Store. Look good. By the way, if you want Who tickets, text me at 901-360-8255. This is your last chance. On the other side, I'm going to give them away. That's the AutoZone text and listener line. Get in the zone. AutoZone. Back in 2 shakes with Who tickets, some more announcement, baseball bets, and who's going to win tonight's game on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
I love my Boomerang clients. This is Sheldon Rosengarten at Marks Bensdorf Realtors. Recently, I had clients move back to Memphis who reminded me that I sold their home here 18 years ago. They asked if I'd represent them again when purchasing, and I said of course. And I just represented another couple in their purchase and talked about how I sold them their current home 25 years ago. These are Boomerang clients. That is a testimonial to what I do, not just how long I've been in the real estate business. And while the market has evolved and changed, I stay in front of it, providing clients the absolute best and most honest and truthful representation that 40 years in real estate can bring. So if you're thinking of selling your home or making a life-altering move, call me. I can provide information about what you might do, what to avoid to make everything easier. Find out why people often say that when you want the job done, call Shell Dunn. You can reach me at 483-0546 or memphisrelocate.com. At Shell Dunn Rosengarten, 483-0546 or memphisrelocate.com.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
Jamie's log. Progressive. The Harrington's backyard. Day 4, 2:18 a.m. I've been camping outside the Harrington house for 4 days now, proving that Progressive has 24/7 protection. Mr. Harrington says I don't need to do this, since Progressive protects 24/7 is a pretty easy concept to grasp, but I'm going to stay and prove my point. Besides, there's a big tree branch over the roof, and I think it's planning something.
Progressive doesn't just offer a great price when you bundle home and auto. We offer round-the-clock protection, just not literally from Jamie. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers, and subject to policy terms. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
Esquire magazine just declared this the era of the great steakhouse, and Memphis happens to boast one of the finest steakhouses in the country at 117 Prime. Perfect steaks cooked over seasoned hickory wood for the ultimate flavor. The experience doesn't stop with the great steaks. There's also the seafood towers. You heard that right, seafood towers with oysters, clams, lobster tails, tuna tartare, and crab claws. They're a stunning sight and a dining delight. Add in the sommelier curated wine list designed to complement the world-class steaks, and you have a meal to remember. You have 117 Prime.
Mentor Memphis Grizzlies' inaugural Mentoring Matters Summit of Tennessee is May 12th through the 14th, with both virtual and in-person workshops and events. To find out more and register, go to grizzliesfoundation.org/TN Summit.
But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. It is a whoop that trick kind of day as the Grizzlies beat the brakes off the Warriors. They're forcing a game 6. That is tomorrow night out in San Francisco. It's a 9 o'clock tip. Grizzlies going to go out there and whoop that trick, bring that bad boy back home on Monday, and we're going to close this thing out. Grizzlies look great. Tyus Jones is about as calm. He's as smooth as the other side of the pillow. My man Trey J looked like a unicorn last night. The unicorn. By the way,
he looked like a unicorn.
You know, because it's a mythical creature that's like not real.
I don't think he looked like one though. You know,
dude, when
he played like a unicorn.
He's 7 feet tall and he's stroking threes. Yeah, but he's blocking shots. Unicorns he grabbed 8 boards.
Unicorns have horns though, John, and they also run on 4 legs. He didn't look anything like a unicorn.
Okay. Dylan Brooks only played 24 minutes, didn't shoot us out of anything because we were beating him so bad. My man Steven Adams goes out there and grabs tons of rebounds. Desmond Bain, stroker ace, was born to race,
So what you're saying is Dylan Brooks would have cost them the game if given opportunity, but the Grizzlies, the rest of the team, came together and didn't give him an opportunity to cost them the game last night.
They cut his minutes by 15 minutes, and I think that was a good thing. You know what I'm saying?
They cut his minutes. They were also up by 1 million.
Hey, tomato. You see what you want to see.
That's right.
I see what I want to see. I like to see a lot of turnovers. Grizzlies, they did a great job protecting the ball. Tyus Jones didn't turn the ball once over, period, not a one time. They only had 9 turnovers versus the Golden State Warriors had 22 turnovers. And, man, let's just be real. The rebound difference, Grizzlies had 55 rebounds compared to 37. Woo! Grizzlies whooped that trick. But you know what time it is, don't you?
What time, John?
It is time to spin the wheel.
Oh, to give away the Who tickets.
We're giving away Who tickets to people out there. That's right, and it's brought to you. Whoa. I just got choked up, man.
Oh, because you love the Who so much.
Man, I think I was about to sing. But I got to tell everybody, this is the perfect sponsor for the ticket giveaway. You know who it is? Him2O, baby. If you're going to win these tickets, not even if you win. I'm sorry, if you don't win, I only got one pair to give away. But I think everybody needs to find out what hemp can do for you, for your health, for your wellness, for your lifestyle. They have a very knowledgeable staff out there. Head on out to Hemp2O. Super, super amazing A1 class products. They have everything that can help you maybe if you're having restless nights and sleep. Are you dealing with arthritis pain or just pain in general? Do you want to feel just a little euphoric and eat some Rice Krispie treats and just get a little bit, get ready for the Who, if you know what I'm saying? Head on over to 3670 South Houston Levee Road. Again, they're right there in Collierville. Go out there, get you some edibles, topicals, tinctures. They have everything from CBD to Delta 8, Delta 9, Delta 10, THC, OV, AMP, and a little HHC. I'm telling you, Hemp 2.0 does not play. And if you want to win a $50 gift card, I give one out on the 20th of every single month. We started at $420. If $520 is 8 days away, go on to sports56whbq.com. Put your name, your number, and your email address, and I will make sure that somebody wins a $50 gift card to Hemp 2.0. You can also go online at shophemp20.com. Spin the wheel, homie.
Well, just to be clear, Joshua, we got all these names. This is a fair wheel. Everyone's got an equal chance to win here, correct?
Yes, they did.
Everyone's got an equal. All right, let's spin the wheel. Here we go.
Spin it, spin it.
Well, that was a good spin.
Oh, it just passed on.
John, who'd it land on?
It landed on Chris Markley.
I can't see it. Oh, it looks like it did land on Chris Markley. That's right, Chris Markley.
Chris Markley, you won the Who tickets. Chris Markley, you won the Who tickets. Sorry to Mike and Carrie and Todd and Corey and all you people. Reggie, I'm so sorry.
Thank you for listening and
Mario,
playing, though.
Thank you for listening and playing. You are still a winner.
Just not of the Who tickets.
Just not of the Who
but
tickets.
But listening to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM, that automatically makes you a winner.
Winning.
It's like Charlie Sheen.
Yep.
You know,
winning.
I think he was smoking crack when he said that, though.
Yeah, he probably was.
Mm-hmm.
That's not. By the way, just so you know, I want everybody to know out there, and this is a PSA for everybody.
Crack is whack.
Crack is whack. And another PSA for you. If you want to arrive alive, don't Tito's and drive. Tito's the sponsor of the hour number 2 of this program. It's the best vodka in the world. It's crafted and distilled right here in Austin, Texas. Of course, that's in the United States of America, my man. It's 100% corn, so it's naturally gluten-free. It's stilled, which is a very rare thing on the vodka scene. It gives it a unique flavor, slightly sweet black pepper note. It balances everything out. Doesn't matter if you're crafting a cocktail or you're just drinking it neat. Get your Tito's on today, and never forget, if life hands you lemons, don't fret. Just make a lemon drop. Make sure it's with Tito's handmade vodka. And again, remember, we all want to arrive alive. Please don't Tito's and drive. Tonight, we got the Heat and the 76ers. Philly is a 2-point favorite at home in the Wells Fargo Center out in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Joel Embiid is going to have a big, big game, man. The one thing about the Heat, though, when they've been on the road against the 76ers, they couldn't make a shot to save their life. I have a feeling that they have found something. I think they're going to be able to shoot. I think Jimmy buckets. I think the Heat close it out tonight in Philadelphia. James Harden, I'm sorry, he's just not. I know he's my kinfolk. I don't like talking about my family, but he just doesn't have it anymore. And it's his lifestyle. You can't, I'm a sports talk radio host. If I want to go out till 5 o'clock in the morning, I can go out till 5 o'clock in the morning. If I want to hang out with the baby and the baby and all these wonderful people.
The baby and the baby.
Yeah.
What about Lil Baby?
And Lil Baby. If I want to hang out with all them, I can. But you're a professional athlete. Get in the gym. Drink some alkaline water. By the way, did you see
That's what I drink is alkaline water.
Do you really?
Every day.
Is it good
That's
for you?
what I got right here. Yeah, it's good to make you more alkaline. You know what? If you have regular water, you put a little lemon in it. Lemon water makes you more alkaline as well.
No way.
Swear.
Sway. No way.
Sway.
Dude.
Yeah.
Alkaline water, I guess we're drinking. But I think the 76ers fall tonight. I don't think this thing goes back to Miami. The Suns-Mavericks games, though. Phoenix being a 2-point favorite. Man, the Suns in the second half, the way they played defense in that ball game, do you realize they held Dallas to 80 points the other night?
Their third quarter looked a lot like the Grizz third quarter. It was 33-14. The Suns won that third quarter.
Goodness gracious. They found something on defense, I think, in the second half. I think Monty Williams and the Suns actually and Devin Booker, I think they go out there and get it done. I'm taking the Heat plus the 2, and I'm taking the Suns minus the 2. Plus, we have some baseball going on. In fact, did you know we have day baseball?
The Birds just finished the first inning.
And they're down.
Steven Matt's on the bump.
By the way, didn't you take the Cardinals?
I did. I just am cheering for him. I didn't take him today.
Oh, good thing you didn't because the Orioles are up 1-0.
Oh, the Orioles
buddy.
just scored?
Yep, they did score.
Can't win them all, John. They lost game 1, won game 2. Wow, you know what today is then, John? 1-1 series. You know what today is?
Thursday.
Yeah, but in the series, the Orioles-Cardinals series.
Oh, I really don't know.
It's a.
I've kind of been paying attention to basketball a lot more.
What's it called when a series is tied and you can win the series with this game? It's the rubber match.
Yes.
It's rubber match. That's what today is.
By
so,
the way,
John, let me try that again.
What,
you know what today is, John?
What
it's the rubber
sport
match.
uses a rubber more than any other sport?
Sex.
No, baseball. Because the pitcher toes the rubber.
Oh, that's of course.
And you have a rubber match.
That's right. That's two. They love rubber matching in a lot of things. Though.
Yeah.
But it's harder because baseball has series, so it's easy to do rubber matches.
Yeah, you got rubber matches and you got a rubber. You toe the rubber. The Mets are up 2-0 on the Nationals. My man, the Mets are playing some pretty good baseball. In fact, a lot of teams are playing really good baseball, and they are basically out in the NL West. Have you seen the standings?
No, tell me them.
It is pretty freaky. There is not a team still in the NL West that has a losing record. The Rockies are above 500 at 16-15. The Diamondbacks 2 games above 500, 17-15. Frisco 19-12. The Padres 20-12, and you got them Dodgers 20-9. Woo! Get out of town. But who has the best record in all of baseball? That would be the New York Yankees. 22-8 on the season. Their run differential is plus 52. They got a 3-game win streak. They've won 8 of their last 10. They're actually pitching the ball really well. Aroldis Chapman is the luckiest closer in all of baseball, is he not?
No, we were watching him yesterday, John, and this guy is just hurling the ball as hard as he can, hitting the strike zone, be damned.
I thought
he doesn't care.
Bo Bichette was 3 for 3 and almost hit 2 home runs off of him in the same at bat. Then he struck out with that one right down the middle. They just missed.
He was taking some big hacks, too.
big hacks.
Oh, that one foul ball was a home. I mean, that was as close as you could be to a bomb without being one.
I was like, oh my goodness, he's going to blow this. But he ended up he did give up a run.
Can we talk about Bo Bichette's hair this year too? That's honestly, we need to talk about that. I mean, his locks weren't flowing like this last year, John.
Dude,
they've never.
Your hair has to grow.
He has girl hair.
Dude,
let's
I know,
just say
he
has girl hair.
Dude, it's beautiful. Like
it really does. He looks like he conditions it, keeps good care of it.
You know he takes good care of it.
You know who didn't have hair like that though?
Who?
Pops Bichette.
No, Dante did not. Did not have
hair like that.
Flowing long locks. I think it comes from his mother.
It
And by
has
the
to.
way, hair comes. By the way, so like I have 2 daughters.
Uh-huh.
So I know there's going to be men when they see me, they're going to be like, oh, I want those girls because my kids are going to have great hair.
Yeah.
Because I have great hair.
Right.
And for you, though, if you have children or if you can find a girlfriend, actually, that
sounds like you're trying to get me to date your daughters.
No. No. What I'm saying is, though, like you, if you have children, your grandchildren, like, you know, people that are going to date your children, like your daughter, like you need to have boys.
Uh-huh.
Because then the baldness will end with you.
You're saying baldness like it's some kind of birth defect or like it's some kind of handicap I have, John?
I have a feeling think about it. Like people that sit behind you, they might get blinded by the light. The sun glares off that bald dome.
A hot baseball game.
Yeah, dude. You're blinding people. By the way, speaking of people not being able to see, did you see Taco Fall at the basketball game the other night in Boston?
What, really?
Yeah, you know he's like, 7'6" or something?
Giant.
He's a giant man. We were sitting front row, and there was this little girl sitting right behind him, so she couldn't see. So they came and brought her 3 cushions to sit on so she could see over him.
That was nice.
And then the dude that was sitting behind the girl was like, hey, it was nice to help the little girl see, but what about me? And he took a picture with his camera about how he sees Taco Fall, and then he sees this girl in his head, and he can't see anything.
Between the two of them.
Yes, that was in Boston last night. But, a little sidebar that was pretty interesting.
Maybe Taco Fall, maybe a different spot on the bench, don't you think? Find him a new spot on the bench, I think.
I will have to say, yeah, sure, whatever. Man, just tell that dude to go, in a booth, man. Chill, in a press box or something.
Watch it on TV.
Watch it on TV, dude. Watch it on TV.
That's
now,
right.
We talked about name, image, and likeness every single day this week. Have you noticed that?
NIL.
I have had a different story. The high school kids in New York who are making more money than their parents, 15 and 16 years old. I talked about a whole lot of stuff.
You did.
But let me just tell you something. Did you see Deion Sanders prime time? Absolutely go. He went
Coach
in,
Prime.
bro.
More than we did?
Bro, here's what he said. Deion Sanders sounded off. He said name, image, and likeness, blah, 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 blah. He also, in his diatribe, he put the NCAA, their little Twitter account, in his thing so that they would see his diatribe. And I'm sure they did, because Deion Sanders says, when you start paying athletes like they're professionals, you get athletes acting like they're professionals. And you don't have staffs large enough and equipped enough to handle a young man with money. Let me go deeper. Handle a young man that's making more money than some of the coaches on our staff. Whoa. I mean, Coach Prime knows about making money. Coach Prime is the original man, like he's the original NIL guy. I'm sure Florida State had him a nice big old bag of, chunk of change. He had fresh hair at once too.
Yeah.
Now he's bald.
No, he's bald too. Maybe that's what he's upset about.
He is probably
Maybe
upset
that's
about that.
honestly what he's fueled by baldness. His rage from being bald.
I just think, though, when Deion Sanders has been bemoaning a scenario about paying players and how these young men act, I actually think that a lot of people might want to listen. Because it felt like Coach Prime, remember, he got a few people on his team. He got $1 million. One of the kids that came to his school, $1 million.
One of the best players in the country.
Yeah, got him. And it seemed like he was all in it. I think now that we're 11 months into name, image, and likeness, I think he's like, dang, what have we started? Young men with money aren't listening to nobody. And again, professional athletes, they handle their business or they lose their jobs.
Let me put it, John. Where did Deion Sanders go to school? He went to Florida State, correct?
That's what I just said, dude.
No, I'm just setting this up. He went to Florida State, right? And he was able to. He probably has an image of himself. He understands egos probably a lot. Imagine him coaching Jackson State, and he's got all these kids that go to Jackson State to play football, and they're walking around with egos like they're hot, you know what? And he's just like, what the bleep is the matter with you guys? Y'all go to Jackson State. I went to Florida State. I played for the Cowboys. I played for the Braves. Why do you guys have an ego? Probably rubs in the wrong way a little bit, if I had to guess.
It probably does. It probably does. But I don't know. I just find it absolutely fascinating.
But he also gave them that money, too. So
that
I guess
Prime went absolutely crazy on this bad boy. So
you think he's bemoaning not only the high school kids, but the college NIL kids as well?
I think he's just basically saying that.
He did say the NCAA.
He said, the NCAA, you have a huge problem on your hands. Because again, now instead of having amateur athletes, he says it's basically pro sports. And again, they don't have the staffs, especially the smaller schools, to be able. They're not equipped to be able to deal with these huge egos. And again, it's just I don't.
Well, you got to think in professional sports, there's like a whole staff of people that deal with just the business side of your team. Colleges, I don't think, at least to my knowledge, but it's probably changed since I was in school, but I don't think they're equipped to deal with the business side of paying all these guys like they're professional athletes.
It's pretty interesting.
It is,
pretty
interesting.
But
you know what time it is, John?
No, I don't.
It's about time for a break.
Oh, yes, but before I take a break, can I tell you something?
Please do.
Let me see. What do I want to tell you?
I don't know. What do you want to tell me?
I don't know.
We talked about how much wisdom you have earlier, John.
I have wisdom.
You certainly are wise beyond your years. Please tell me, share some of your wisdom with us now.
I got some wisdom for you. Do you like seafood?
I actually love seafood.
I love seafood. Well, Juicy Seafood in South Haven at 775. That's 775 Goodman Road. It should be your next destination. They have incredible seafood. They have a great bar. They have happy hour daily, 11 to 9:30 p.m. Booyah Tooyah, Gem. Great beer deals. Buy two, get one. Buy a bucket. Get 6 beers for $18. Happy hour cocktails Monday through Thursday, 2 to 6. Buy one, get one half off. All liquor and wine specials daily, 11 a.m. to 9:30 p.m., $4 and up. The feeling when you walk in is fun. It's like being on a cruise ship. You got great atmosphere for the whole family or intimate night with your significant other. They have a great staff. They have great food. If you're looking for fresh Gulf seafood, Juicy Seafood in South Haven has you covered. Also, for the little ones out there, for the kids, they got chicken tenders and fried shrimp. So do me a favor, come hungry, leave happy. Juicy Seafood, 775 Goodman Road. I can't speak right now. It's kind of bad for when you talk on the radio,
John,
isn't it?
You nailed it.
I nailed it?
Atmosphere.
Anyway, get your juicy on. Head on down to 775 Goodman Road. Come hungry again. Leave happy. We'll be back in 2 shakes. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Found a great new restaurant in Horn Lake, Mississippi, Mr. Q's Sloppy Joe's on Highway 51, Horn Lake, Mississippi. Bring back those childhood memories from homemade Sloppy Joe's to mouth-watering cheeseburgers, spicy or regular fries, chicken tenders, chicken wings, jumbo hot dogs. Just a little secret, Sloppy Joe's has got that nachos cheese on it. On fire, delicious. Fried catfish that melts in your mouth. Light batter too, even homemade lemon cake. Check us out. Don't forget Q's Sloppy Joe's. Daily breakfast from 7A to 10A. Try Q's Big Breakfast. 3 homemade gigantic pancakes, 3 meats, 3 eggs for $10.75. Generous portions. Come hungry. Mr. Q's Sloppy Joe's, 5441 Highway 51. Just 20 minutes from Memphis. Can't miss it. Beautiful old brick house. Mr. Q's Sloppy Joe's, 5441 Highway 51, Horn Lake, Mississippi.
Hi, this is Lauren Choate with Choate's Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing. Now that the warmer weather has arrived, let Choate's perform their $99 20-point AC tune-up to get your AC ready for the hot summer months ahead. Also, Choate's is offering our half-off 1 pound of Freon coupon on our website for you to use. Does your HVAC system need to be replaced? If so, right now is an excellent time to take advantage of Carrier's 60 months, no-interest financing on select systems. Want to improve your indoor air quality? Choate's is also offering our new ABCO air purifier for $100 off when you get your air ducts cleaned. UV technology sterilizes biological contaminants and neutralizes odors and toxic VOCs. Match that technology with getting your air ducts cleaned, and you'll have the indoor air quality your family needs. Better call 347-8086 today. These specials won't last long. Turn to the experts with Choate's and let our family serve your family.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. SeatGeek is your go-to app for the best seats in the house. Concerts, festivals, comedy shows, and right in my wheelhouse, sporting events of all types. They are the highest-rated ticketing app. Why? Because there are so many satisfied customers. SeatGeek scours the web and puts tickets all in one place to make buying simple. They also rate every ticket to make sure you're getting the best deal available. Get your butt off the couch and into the best seats at the biggest events around. Transparency is the key to the best deals. That's what you get with SeatGeek, the best search engine to find the top tickets and the best bargains. And you can get $20 off your first purchase with promo code GASMAN at SeatGeek.com or on the SeatGeek app. That's promo code GASMAN for $20 off your first SeatGeek order. SeatGeek, get your seat in a seat. Download the app today.
Hey Mid-South, this month buying a car is as easy as one and done. Call in here from DeSoto Auto Sales. Just visit one dealership, put just $1 down, and you're done. You could drive a nicer, newer car today. Even if buying a car has been hard in the past, we've got the one and done solution for every situation. Still owe on your current lease or loan? One and done. Payments too high? One and done. Nervous about past credit mishaps? One and done. Because my For the People credit approval process is the one to get it done. It's that easy. So ditch your old ride and drive a nicer, newer car for just $1 down. Only at my one and done sale. I'm Colin, and I'm your dealer for the people. See all the cars online at DeSotoAutoSales.com. That's DeSotoAutoSales.com.
Credit and $1 down require bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. Offer absolutely expires on May 31st, 2022.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
If you have damage to your home and have your insurance carrier involved, you need a great contractor. You also need a team that has seen claims of all shapes and sizes, residential or commercial. After our inspection, we'll share our findings and give you our professional opinion. Some people say you get what you pay for. However, our opinion is free. Trust the name you can depend on, like the tens of thousands of families Brian and I have served over the past 20 years here in the Mid-South. Brian Elder Roofing. We'll measure your roof from outer space and share our team's experience for your property and claim. Repaired roofs, replacement roofs, big roofs, tiny roofs, insurance roofs, flat roofs, TPO roofs, asphalt roofs, tile roofs, slate roofs, metal roofs. If your roof needs some love, call me. 901-867-0303 for Brian Elder Roofing and Contracting.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
That's one of those things. When things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy, Johnny Radio. Man, I'm telling you, I'm so fired up. I can't believe the Grizzlies went out there and just beat the brakes off the Golden State Warriors.
Oh, I thought you were fired up because it's Barbecue Fest, John.
I'm fired up because of Barbecue Fest. I'm fired up because my daughter's graduating. I'm fired up because we had a graduation party. I'm fired up also for Pause for a Clause. That's right, Saddle Creek.
For, like,
Bring
Santa?
your dogs, let them get washed, and let's raise money for all the good causes that we can do for the doggies. Get your doggies clean. Make a little donation. It's from 10 to 3 o'clock on Saturday. You go out there, bring your dogs. We're going to wash them. I'm going to be out there washing dogs from 2 to 3. Yup.
Dog washer extraordinaire.
Yeah. I can wash that dog now. But we got a little day baseball.
And by dog,
I am talking about a four-legged friend.
not
Yes.
your penis.
No. By the way, I will tell you, the Mets are up 2-0 on the Nationals right now, and I got a little news about the Mets.
Oh.
Do you remember Robinson Cano?
Yeah, the Padres are looking to sign him. I saw this
Yep,
morning.
they're looking to finalize a deal with the 39-year-old. I don't know if you know this. He missed the entire
season.
2021 season. He tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs. It was his second positive PED test
Which certainly
of
no
his
one
career.
Which certainly no one should take as a sign as his body's breaking down and he needs these things to stay healthy
Yeah.
and to play baseball. No, go ahead and sign him. He can still contribute quite a bit.
Well,
yeah.
he did play 12 games with the Mets this season.
And 12 fabulous
he hit
games.
195, 8 for 41, 1 home run, 11 strikeouts. The 8-time All-Star still owed $40.5 million. So, my goodness. He signed a 10-year, $204.25 million deal with the Mariners in 2014. They traded him to the Mets in 2018, along with closer Edwin Diaz. And I will tell you one thing.
Shell of himself, though.
The Mariners got away with a big one and dodged a bullet. And now it looks like the Mets are going to dodge a bullet because, my goodness, the Padres, who are playing great this year, are going to get him.
Yeah, I don't understand. Unless it's a really, a favorable contract for them and he just wants to play baseball. Because I think if a guy takes steroids twice in this day and age, John, I think he's sending you a very clear message. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, I need that juice.
I need something.
I need some juice. Do you know where I go to get my juice? I go to Wilkinson's Liquor and Wine. They're celebrating their 35th year. Come on in today. Choose from a huge selection of tequilas, vodkas, over 70 different single malts. Bourbon whiskey fans you're going to love. They have over 200 bourbon and whiskeys from around the world, along with wines from every region of the world. If you're a wine enthusiast, that's Wilkinson's Liquor and Wine. And I'll tell you where it's at. It's over at 146 Highway 72, Suite 102, right next to Captain John's Barbecue. They're open every day, including Sundays from 10 to 7. So if you're watching some hoops, if you're a sports fan, if you're going to Barbecue Fest, if you're going to the Who tomorrow, if you're going to celebrate your kid's graduation, make sure you stop by. Go to Wilkinson's Liquor and Wine. Again, they're celebrating with you. Celebrate with them. Don't forget to get your Tito's on. And remember this weekend, if life hands you lemons, make a lemon drop. Just make sure it's with Tito's handmade vodka. And remember, to arrive alive, don't Tito's and drive. Jay, it was a good week. I got one more day, don't I?
Yeah, but you're going to be at Barbecue
But
Fest.
I'm going to be at Barbecue Fest tomorrow. Come out and see me. Get out there, make the world a better place. We're going to see you on the flip side. Peace.
Come see Johnny Harden in Barbecue Alley at Memphis in May, the Memphis Fairgrounds during his live remote